Welcome to JazzTime. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch or like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Cartier Santos De Cartier watch, reference WSSA0076, in stainless steel with a gray dial, large, dual time watch. I'll tell you a little about where this watch stands in the lineup of other similar Santos. Then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement. Finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a little bit of history. Now the Santos itself, the model has been around for quite some time, since 1904 actually. And Cartier itself has been around for even longer than that. So this model is one of the oldest integrated bracelets on the market. When I say integrated bracelets, I mean watches such as the Nautilus, the Royal Oak, the Ingenieur, the Overseas, and so on. Now the Cartier, I would even say, is one of the first, or maybe even the first. They made the Santos, and this design has since been going on ever since. Okay, that's a little bit of history. Now where it stands in the lineup, now Santos is one of their biggest collections. They make many different collections. Now in the Santos line itself, there's many models, small, medium, large, and so on. This one's the size large, and it is the preferred size for most men. Okay, and it also actually has a dual tone, so it is one of the Santos with complications. Okay, now let's start talking about the watch itself, starting with the head. Now the head here, they consider this size large, and the case width, going left to right, 9 to 3, is 40 millimeters, but since this is a square, it's also 40 millimeters from 12 to 6, but if you include the lugs in it, then of course it's a bit longer than that. I think it's somewhere like 50 or something like that millimeters. And the thickness of it is 10 millimeters. So it's a very thin watch, considering that 10 millimeters is actually what most watches are considered ultra thin. But Santos, that's the style of it. They make a thin watch to begin with. So it really wraps around the wrist quite well. Now, since we're talking about the case, you'll notice that it has a very, very nice beveled edge and a satin finish on top. And that bevel edge extends down the length of the watch. And so the watch looks very integrated. Why would I say that? Because if we move on to the bezel here, you see these exposed screws. It has a high polished and then exposed screws on the bezel, similar to that of like the Nautilus and Royal Oak and so on. And why do I consider it integrated? Because if you look at the screws, they extend down the length of the bracelet. And then as you see, that's quite a nice way to display the bracelet and make it integrated so that it looks like it was designed by one. So the bezel, it uses this Art Deco style bezel. It's quite a cool way to display it, similar to like those other brands I just told you. In fact, those other brands might have copied Cartier, who knows? Okay, now moving on to the dial here. Now, Cartier is doing their well-known Roman numerals, and as you can see, they almost do all their numbers in Roman numerals, and that gives it a very classic look, very Cartier-ish. But they use a dial color that's not very common. It's a gray. They actually call it a satin finished anthracite gray sunray brush dial. Basically, it's gray. And it has a dual time zone. If you look here at the bottom, 6 o'clock, usually that's a minute counter, but they use this actually as an hour for a second time zone, so you can tell. And even has a day and night indicator here, which is also pretty cool. Okay. All right. So that is the dial, and it has a date even at the 3 o'clock, right? And these sword hands for the hands. All right, now let's move on to the bracelet. The bracelet here is going to be, as I said, an integrated looking bracelet. It's a steel bracelet with, they call it the Smart Link adjustment, which means that you can actually remove the strap and change it with the provided gray crocodile strap you see in there. And so I think that's pretty cool. It's a nice way to be able to swap the bracelet back and forth. And they have one of the nicer bracelets, I think. It looks integrated all the way down, so it looks, and it has a butterfly clasp at the very bottom. Right, and let's move on to the movement. Now the movement, they conceal the movement, and that's probably because it's not the most amazing, beautiful movement. It does work as intended, and it has a very, it's very thin, 10 millimeters, including the case on it. So, but it's not, you can't see it, but that's okay, right? So for the 10,700 that this costs, it's well worth it. Okay, time to try this watch on and give you my thoughts. Now I'm a fan of the Santos. I think it's actually I think it's their nicest collection, in that it is very streamlined and it is very durable. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. And if you'd like to buy it at lower than retail, we sell it actually under retail at JazzTime.com. So click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.